But when it comes to this room, I just want to thank all of you, because the things you stand for and speak for in gatherings like this empower people like me to go and propagate that in politics. And people like Pervez, who are running for Congress. Whenever we organized that event for Bernie, Dr. Haider and Zafar are the ones who empowered me as a young individual who was wanting to support him and not seeing that level of support from the community, but people like them actually helped me to organize an event not too far from here. And many people came and drove out from other parts of Texas just to see Bernie Sanders here, and our community led on that. And so I'm very proud of that Pakistani Americans are behind that. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to thank Dr. Haider, Dr. Ammar for organizing this and being so kind as to let me talk even though we're behind schedule. It means a lot to me. And I know everyone has been calling Dr. Ammar young and Pervez young, but I won't tell you my age because you'll kick me out of the room. But when it comes to this room, I just want to thank all of you, because the things you stand for and speak for in gatherings like this empower people like me to go and propagate that in politics. And people like Pervez, who are running for Congress. Whenever we organized that event for Bernie, Dr. Haider and Zafar are the ones who empowered me as a young individual who was wanting to support him and not seeing that level of support from the community, but people like them actually helped me to organize an event not too far from here. And many people came and drove out from other parts of Texas just to see Bernie Sanders here, and our community led on that. And so I'm very proud of that Pakistani Americans are behind that. And so, Dr. Ammar, you spoke about not running from a politics of fear. And you mentioned that you need young people in Pakistan to stand up for politics. And we have people like Pervez running here in America, and I'm trying to add to that voice here. In the local county commissioner's election, oftentimes you hear the phrase, think global and act local, and I'm trying to take that into practice now. Local government is very important here in Pakistan, and I think recently Shuja Nawaz, who's an academic, was here talking about Pakistan local government is just as important as the national conversation as well. And so county commissioners are the people who deal with your roads, the county budgets, infrastructure. They're the ones who are dealing with these things that we may see as mundane parts of life, but we do need voices there that understand the injustices happening overseas and here at home to people with healthcare and housing. And so I'm looking to be that voice, and I'm running on a platform of accountability, service, and innovation. Pervez, for example, talks about not taking special interest money. That also applies to local government. Oftentimes people take money from those who bid on the very contracts that they hand out in county government, and that's something that I'm avoiding and not accepting myself. When it comes to service and innovation, you mentioned the clinics that Dr. Ammar is working on in Lahore and areas of Pakistan. I worked in nonprofits my entire life. I actually started a venture-backed startup that is looking to innovate the nonprofit industry. Oftentimes people like you donate to nonprofits and you hear the misconceptions there that they are inefficient. There's a lot of operational overhead, and we're trying to help reduce that and make it a more efficient industry and to help innovate nonprofits. And that same perspective I'm looking to bring to Fort Ben Precinct 3, which is one of the most diverse precincts in the state. And so I would love to have your support. I know many of you may not live there, but you definitely know somebody there. I think everyone is like a second degree connection away from Sugarland. And so please spread the word to your family and friends that there is someone running that is not afraid to speak about these issues, like what's going on in Palestine. I also want to thank our allies at the Jewish Voice for Peace. When I went to the University of Texas, it's not actually South Asians that educated me and empowered me to speak on Palestine. It was our Palestinian brothers and sisters there, our Jewish Voice for Peace members that I got to come across in my time at UT Austin that empowered me and helped me unlearn a lot of the fear that I had about speaking about this issue. And so the first thing that I was told not to talk about when I announced to run was to stray away from these issues, and I've done nothing but violate that advice. And people are noticing that are my age. And so I don't want to look back at this campaign, whether we win or lose, and we're going to win it on the merits, inshallah. We're going to knock on doors, we're going to call people and annoy them as much as we can. But when it comes to a politics of fear, I don't want to look back at this a year from now and set an example or a precedent that every other younger Pakistani American or South Asian American that runs from a place of fear and doesn't speak out against injustices in our community. And so I hope I have your support and continue to support in doing that here in Fort Ben County. And so thank you for listening, and I thank you all for coming.